Pages of the papers coming your way after this from Charlotte.
Good morning. And the government's top law officer says he may intervene following the calls for a full inquest into the death of the government weapons inspector David Kelly. Dr. Kelly's body was found. The World Cup, climate change and the economy have altered the way we speak. According to the new Oxford Dictionary of English, more than 2,000 new words have been added to the latest release. Vuvuzelas dominated the football and now they have made it into the dictionary. They're joined by colloquialisms like LBD, short for little black dress, and conversely, cheeseball, a person with no style. And power to the tweeters as tweet up and microblogging make it in, and defriending becomes a recognised verb.
Cheeseball. Cheeseball.
Has anyone ever described you as a cheeseball?
No, but I know one or two of them, I have to say, with that. But I don't believe that Vuvuzelas. She's only been out 6 weeks. How's that in there?
Well, they get in there quick with all the latest words.
Ridiculous. Well, Little Black Dress has taken 30 years to get in there, hasn't it?
Taken a little while. LBD.
LBD. Anyway, and we'll be speaking to the editor of the Oxford Dictionary later. So if you've got favourite words, and I'm a bit of a cunning linguist, I do like certain words. You know, they do entertain me. I used to love that programme Call My Bluff. No? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know Call My Bluff.
Yes,
is that one of your favourites?
You've just gone very silent.
Well,
You're just thinking of words, are you?
I am, yeah. I'm just wondering what words people are going to email.
Yes. Give us a laugh this morning. Send us an email or tweet us on @SkyCharlotte, @AMandHomes, or you can text us 84501 with words that you think should be in a dictionary and are not.
Good. We look forward to hearing from you.
Okay.
I've got one more story, actually. At least 30 people were injured at a bullfight in northern Spain. The bull launched itself into the stands. It charged of dozens of spectators in its path. That was a mighty leap for freedom there. Well, the incident comes at a time when the country is split over whether bullfighting should be completely outlawed. Do you know what? I think it should be more. The bull getting its own back. Good for the bull.
Can you say that was a mighty leap for freedom?
It wasn't mighty. Oh no, they're pulling his tail.
That was an evil attack, that was.
No, listen, they're forced into the ring. They're made to fight when they don't want to. And he thought, do you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm off. OK, that's the title of a new programme we're going to make here on Sky, When Bulls Go Bad. OK? Let us know about that. Thank you very much, Charlotte. We're going to look at the front that a housing estate in Bradford has been invaded by giant rats. Now, this is something we should be very, very concerned about. I think there are more of these about than ever. Of course, Charlotte, you probably would want a preservation order on rats, would you? Well, they're an animal like any other. They're not very nice in the house.
No, they're not like any other, Charlotte. No, no. They have very big teeth.
We did used to have a pet rat, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
OK. And the Daily Star, let's see what they're doing this morning. You know, programmes like ourselves, we sit here and we talk and people get involved in what we're doing and we're able to communicate back to them through texts and emails and Twitters. Emma, Jackie just said there about being able to switch off. Do you find, and I know I have been guilty of this recently, when you're at a function or at a meal or something that you
feel the compunction to tweet something that's just happened because you feel that you ought to.
Or answer something to keep up to date with things.
I know, that happens all the time. And you see people as well on Twitter when they're twittering, just trying to wean themselves off it, going, I must go to bed, and then they tweet something else. No, I really must go to bed, and then they tweet something else. And it's really, really hard to get away from it. And I think children find that as well. I mean, my kids are always connecting with other kids on their DSs.
Yes.
And you can't communicate with them when they're doing it, because they're just like focused on their sort of technology. You just think, stop it!
I think a lot of people, though, don't know how to join the conversation. A lot of people are just consuming. You know, the way that people are using Twitter, for instance, is changing. A lot of people just follow people that they want to get information from. But lots of my friends say they haven't got anything to say. You know, they don't really necessarily want to share the really personal stuff because at the end of the day, privacy is an issue. You know, yesterday I think there was a big story about the Google chief executive talking about if you want to keep your life personal, don't do anything that you wouldn't want going online. And it might be normal for you to change your identity by the time you reach 18 because so much stuff about you online won't look good when you're going for a job.
Very interesting. What's next then in terms of technology, smartphones and habits that we're going to develop?
I think maybe more coming onto the scene will be sort of talking FaceTime, like over web, people using technology like Skype more. People just flipping the phone around to talk to each other.
Skype is an amazing thing. I think it is incredible.
And it's gone across, the ages.
Yeah.
Grandmas can't use the internet, but they can use Skype.
And they can use that, and they can see the purpose of that as well. Can you imagine how all these phones and how all these kids are tweeting today with these A-level results coming out today? Can you imagine as those envelopes are opening?
I'm so happy that wasn't there when I was doing it.
Emma, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Well, tweet us. You know what to do. At Eamon Holmes, at Sky Charlotte, news@sky.com, at Sky Jackie here now with the sports headlines.
Thank you. England will be looking for early Pakistan wickets this morning on day 2 at the Oval. Pakistan resume on 48 for 1.
Thanks, Jackie. Let's get a look at the weather situation. Lucy's popped into that. What sort of days ahead? Because it's very important because we're all going to a little function, a little soiree in a back garden tonight.
Yeah, I've heard about this. It's quite
Well, you're invited too. You're not coming.
I'm not getting trained with Jackie.
Or is that now that you're leaving, you don't want to associate with us?
Of course not. I can't think of anything better than socialising with you guys outside of work.
Good. Well, come along, Lucy. Tell us what the weather picture's going to be.
It's going to rain, so I hope there's some indoor socialising going on. It's going to rain at the Oval as well, so an early end to play, I think, for the England-Pakistan day 2, the test down there. For the rest of us, for the North, a better day with some sunshine.
Right, new technology. How do you use it? When do you use it? Like everybody who's tweeting us or emailing us this morning, what do you think about all this? Is it good? Is it information overload? We certainly enjoy hearing from you. So it's at Eamon Holmes is the tweet, at Sky Charlotte, news@sky.com for those emails. What else is happening news-wise, Charlotte?
There's news from Iraq this morning, and the last US combat forces have left the country. It's 2 weeks ahead of schedule. The final brigade exited to go to Kuwait over chillax. That's already in there, apparently.
That's a swear word. You can't say that.
No, it's not. Don't tell me that.
Oh, Charlotte,
I'm a bit worried about saying these new ones.
I'm sorry, Charlotte. That is the worst swear word you could pop. We're going to be taken off. Charlotte, I'm so sorry.
I apologise if I've offended anyone.
What comes out of Charlotte's mouth is not necessarily the views of Sky News. We would like to point out. That's terrible.
Shall I not proceed with any other suggestions?
No, I have you worried now, haven't I?
You have.
Those are made-up words. What do you
no.
think chillax means?
It just means it's the cross between chill out and relax. Chillax.
Thank goodness for that.
You didn't know that, did you?
No.
No. There you go.
But I'll take your word for it.
You're not the only one that hasn't heard of these new words, though. Andy Morris says new words. What about this cheese ball? He's never heard of it. He says, is it the cheese footballs that you eat? You know, the little cheesy crisp football things?
It has the little tagger on them. Yes.
Yeah, it's not those, actually. No, it's not those, no. Tweeple was a suggestion from Jordan Lawrence. He says that should be in the dictionary. That's sort of Twitter people, isn't it? Tweeple. And LRD, according to Jaden King, should be in the dictionary for little red dress.
Little red? Oh, there's 2 little red dresses on today. Today's like a special K ad on Sky News Sunrise today. And a very good advert you are for it, Charlotte. Thank you very much indeed. OK, keep all those words just for fun. Amuse us. Hopefully won't be taken off air. At Eamon Holmes, at Sky Charlotte, or you can email us news@sky.com. Let's have a look at the newspapers. Daily Telegraph. Now, look, we've asked you today about your A-level stories, and Michelle and I were just talking about how important is that exam. How important do you think that exam is? Or is it the person or is it the exam?
I think it's the person, without a doubt, and we'll be reviewing a story on that subject in a sec.
Right, OK. And Charlotte is taking in emails and tweets about the story in your house this morning as regards these.
Yeah, and it's good news for Natasha Owen. She's emailed from Bahrain. She's got her results, A star in maths, A in chemistry and A in physics. She says the relief is overwhelming. University of Bath, here I come. Well done to you. And Matt Williams says he didn't get his first choice university, but he has gone into his second choice. He says, I'm very, very, very happy. He says he did find competition for places very hard this year. So thanks for all of those. Keep them coming in. OK. And what are you going to do when you get that degree? Let us know. That always puts horror into people. You know, why should I know that? Did you know what you wanted to be or what you wanted to do early on? Or?
I just wanted to be a businesswoman, whatever that meant at the time.
Just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
OK, talking more to Michelle after this rundown of news from Charlotte.
Thanks, Eamon. And news from Iraq, and the last US combat forces have left the country 2 weeks ahead of schedule. The final brigade left to go to Kuwait overnight after 7 years in Iraq. And they're